Raising Gazorpazorp. This is going to be a very different episode from the last.
Alright, Morty, thank you very much. We got 1 screw turn, and 2 screw turns, and... Gross, I might have just touched one of Morty's loads.
The last one was a very lore. This is going to be a very different episode. But without any further ado, I say we just get straight into it, waste no time. Before we do it, just real quick, this was the results of the last poll. It was basically me just asking, do you guys prefer serialized or episodic episodes? Which it seems like for the most part. Okay, you know what? It actually updated. Okay, so it actually seems like the newest poll of serialized actually won. It was episodic for the longest time, but now it's serialized. Let's get straight into this episode.
Look, I'm not paying 70 smidgens for a broken defraculator.
That is...
Yo. Okay, first a couple notes here. It's always famous with Rick and Morty to leave a couple of notes before we actually start. Cold opening. It doesn't just go straight into the credits. If you've seen the last few episodes, the last time this did this was actually episode 1. So now this starts the episode, and it's going to start the trend of having a little cold opening before the episode actually starts, and then it plays the cutscenes. And then another note is this looks like the design of a RoboCop. I forgot to mention the reference of this episode, Raising Gazorpazorp, is a reference to Raising Hope, the TV series.
So let's say 60 smidgens. I'll tell you what, I'll do you a favor. I'll throw in a fart. Remember all the cool stuff we did, you know? Okay, 60 for the resonator, and my grandson wants the sex robot.
Pretty interesting that we got to see Rick's wallet. Actually, it was very interesting. We'll see her Summer has her top, which will be important to this, later in this episode, and then Snowball.
Why would you let Morty bring that thing into our house?
What do you want from me? He thought it looked cool. You know what I mean?
This is actually referenced in Multiverses. Just thought I'd bring that up. It's a reference in Multiverses because why does that matter? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's just, it is. Like,
Back upstairs.
Well, I'm intervening.
Intervening with puberty? You'll turn him into Ray Fiennes and Red Dragon.
I also just want to note, is a different way that they have like the table out for some reason. I don't know why it's like this. It's usually like this, but I don't know. It's interesting.
Rick, could you come with me, please? Quickly.
Okay, now if we hear squeaking, we intervene.
That is Gwendolyn. I mean the robot. She started beeping and then
That
transformed
is
and tried to fly
Gwendolyn.
away. Strange. That's usually the man's job. You know what I'm talking about, Morty? Wubba lubba dub dub. Morty. That's my catchphrase. Remember? Come on, you rascal.
Okay, unacceptable! Oh.
What is going...
Say Rick follows Morty up into the room, and they say, if we hear intervening, or if we hear noise, now we intervene, because it's very strange that Rick's up there. Also, this kind of looks like from Yu-Gi-Oh. You guys know what I'm talking about?
All right. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh?
Yep. This here's some kind of baby maker. It's my bad, guys. I'll take care of it.
Who can say where the road goes?
And it was born on American soil, which entitles it to...
Jerry, majoring in civics was your mistake. Don't punish us for it.
But it could grow into something dangerous.
Like the insane clown posse.
Yeah, good one, Jerry. 2003 just called. It wants its easy target back. Oh, he's like a little...
So I just want to know, because I love this little bit here. When Rick says that comment, he ends up leaving, and during this whole dialogue between all these three characters, you see Jerry just thinking, and then he finally gets something, and he runs, and it's just so late.
Little me. You don't think he'll turn into a monster, do you?
They always do.
Hey, 1995 called. They want their certain year called wanting its blank back formula back.
Why, Jerry? Why expend the effort?
Life is effort, and I'll stop when I die.
Gross. I might have just touched one of Morty's loads.
This episode's going to mark the first episode of Rick developing Summer's relationship. You even see when Summer walks in, he instantly is like,
Out.
but this episode's going to kind of first solidify their relationship and slowly get better. Also, I just want to note the backgrounds are looking a little better this episode. I just want to say that. So,
Now that Morty's...
okay, another thing to note, this is still no effect on it. We saw that a couple episodes ago, but yeah, there's still no lightning effect. It's just a still image. Another thing is Gazorpazorp and the planet Gazorpian. That might be the species. Gazorpazorp.
in the Andromeda.
Okay, it's Gazorp. They're Gazorpian, I believe is what it is. This whole reference to this planet is from the film Zardoz, which is basically like the exact same concept where it's kind of like a lower barbarian caveman just going at it, like, and and then there's a higher civilization that sends down literally big heads, just like in this episode.
Don't you need a new companion now that Morty's in the family way?
I don't do it.
That's a reference to Doctor Who.
Something about having a wiener that would make me better at walking through a hole?
Oh, crap.
Grandpa Rick!
Still think it's a good idea to go through holes without a wiener?
I want to go home!
Yeah, no.
I don't know if I'm sexist for laughing, but again, with the portal, I don't know what this is. Why does it look like that? I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, that's not good.
now I have to take over a whole planet because of your stupid boobs.
That burqa is a human rights violation.
Portal gun with a bunch of sex doll parts, and I have to do it one-handed to keep these Belushis from carting you off. The least you could do is be ashamed of your gender.
Oh man, this episode is gonna get me demonetized.
All day long.
You think it's efficient to get rid of women?
You ever see a line for the men's room? Are you do you hear me, Summer?
Okay, I'm done laughing at Rick's lines. Okay, I'm done, okay? I support women. Why did you just zoom in, edit me, and with silence? What are you doing editing me? Yeah, I do. What do you... I do.
Oh boy, what's the opposite of wubba-lubba-dub-dubs? Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? You guys kidding me?
First off, Rick says, what is the opposite of wubba-lubba-dub-dub? Which at this point is just his catchphrase. I don't know if, it's only in a couple episodes, so I think they do know at this point. We're gonna find in bird person language, it actually means, what is it? It's like, kill me, I'm in great pain, or something like that. I'm in great pain, please help me. So if that's what it means at this point in the show, that would be the opposite. And he was getting choked, so maybe he was enjoying it.
Dad.
Oh, what was that, Morty Jr.? Were you gonna say Dada? Say Dada.
Death! Domination!
Dada?
Destruction, domination.
They get to play outside.
That was just a baby.
We don't have time for mojitos.
You are insulting them.
I don't care, Summer.
Because this is a sane place where women rule.
Yeah, you know what I have to say about that?
I cannot believe my ears.
Whew, boy, who let the frogs out? I mean, what about dancing? Would you like to learn how to dance?
People dancing here is a reference to the Wiggles.
You will die you'll die instantly if you ever leave this house. You hear me?
Oh no. So that reference of basically confining Morty Jr. here into, confined because the outside air is poisonous is a reference to Big Boy Bubby. I'm sorry, I meant Bad Boy Bubby. I don't know why I said Big Boy.
So, what are you in for?
Because I got a big, penis between my legs.
So we are forced to improvise. We placed a large boulder on that ledge.
Holy shit! You're gonna crush us with a boulder?
No, stop.
I'm gonna be honest, after last episode, which is arguably one of the most important episodes of Rick and Morty, I was kind of scared to review this episode because it just was not gonna be the same at all, but this episode is so funny.
That is a really nice, cute top that you're wearing there.
Look at the tag. Read it.
It says, Mark Jacob. These are names of the penis.
And if you think my top is cute, you cannot execute.
The line, if you think my top is cute, you must not execute, is a reference to the O.J. Simpson murder trial, where he says, what's the exact line? Hold on. If it does not fit, you must acquit. So a fun little reference.
My life has been a lie! God is dead! The government's lying!
Dad!
Yes, Morty.
My son is gonna take over the planet, and I am too young to drive. Can you help me get him back?
I suppose, Morty. But first, a deep sip from a very tall glass of I told you so.
Oh my god, please, Dad, come on!
Oh yeah, I love the animation, the visuals. Oh, look at this scene. Before we get into it, this is going to be referenced to Kevin Bacon in Footloose. But I mean, just look at this scene. It looks so good.
With the youth and the blood and the age and the heat.
So one quick thing. This is Dan Harmon singing, and this is going to be kind of a reference, not like a reference, but this is going to be a continuation of what they do later in the show. They're going to have a lot of original songs that are sung by like Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon, and they're great.
Oh, God. Hey, stop that!
Oh my god, Dad!
He honks.
No! Where's your hands? Where
my car!
And that's how we play handy-hand.
Morty, that's one of the most violently aggressive creatures in the universe. Ow! He's my son, and if you hurt him, you'll have to kill me, Rick.
I think it's time I get a place of my own. I promise I'll call you every day I need money or a place to do laundry.
So from this point on, we'll actually never see Morty Jr. again. Like, we'll see him in backgrounds, like references, but we actually don't know if he's alive or not, except we'll see like later on that, yeah, he does make that book he's talking about, but we'll never, I don't know where he goes after that.
But hey, why don't you have a pink spaceship, go ride around and have a jolly old time? Maybe that'll shut you up.
So really quickly, this ship also never comes back, so we don't know where Summer put this, although it does come back in a comic book issue of Rick and Morty. But I haven't read those. I've read like the first but I don't know if those are, I think those are all not canon, so I don't know where she does with this.
As myself, take a look, take a listen. Dub-dubs, this world still got a chance. Yeah.
Innocence, the definition of it, and inevitably its impossibility.
So just quick note, he is like already old here. He's gonna reference Morty here, but he is already pretty old here. So we can assume he's dead now, but we never really hear about it.
In every store and on everyone's mind. Pick it up. We'll be right back.
It's a thankless job, Morty. You did the best you could.
I hope he's eating enough.
So I'm honestly decently surprised by this episode. I haven't watched this episode in a while. Man, yeah, it was definitely, I laughed a lot during this episode. It's very entertaining, but I am on a little time crunch here, so I'm going to go ahead and get to the rating. With the plot, I am going to go with a 3 here. I did overall enjoy it, like I did, and the A and B plot joined together. It was overall good, but I mean, they were just kind of references to other plot lines of other movies, and I mean, overall, it was pretty good. It's just definitely not a top tier Rick and Morty plotline, so I'm gonna give it a 3. You know, it's not bad, it's not great, it's a sweet spot. Characterization, I'm also gonna give this one a 3. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with 3. A lot of the lines with like the women stuff, on how the women lines don't really come back. It's not really like a character of Rick, it was just kind of specifically for this episode. But the Rick and Summer is what's really carrying this character to be a 3, because Rick and Summer are finally developing a relationship. Morty liking video games is pretty solidified here, which that will come back, but yeah, I'm gonna keep this at a nice little 3 as well, sweet in the middle. Visuals, I'm also gonna go 3. This is no, you know, I'm gonna go 4. I'm gonna go 4 on this one, because again, talking on season 1 terms, the animation visuals are gonna get so much better in the later seasons, but if we're talking season 1 standards, this was honestly pretty good. The earlier episodes, the earlier half is definitely like a lower like 2. Like, it was not that great. There's a lot of like South Park moments where they kind of look like cutouts, like didn't look great. But when Morty Jr. gets grown up and he starts smashing the town, his little dance, those visuals looked great. The animation looked great. And then yeah, the Zorp world looked great. So yeah, I am gonna stick with the 4 there, because it did look a lot better, but it's not gonna sit 5, and it's gonna be a low 4. All right, that's the thing. It's a low 4. It's barely 4. Okay, I want to say 3. I can't even think of anything that's important in this episode. I'm gonna have to give this a 1. Summer ship doesn't even come back. Morty Jr. comes back in like references later, if even that. I'm pretty sure he's just in the background, like in a picture frame. They don't really reference anything else from what I remember here. They do consistently do wubble up dub dub, but that's not really important. The wubble up dub dub line came from last episode, so. And then entertainment, this is gonna get a 5. So this is probably one of our lower rating ones, but as you saw throughout the episode, I did enjoy this episode a ton. Like, I definitely recommend it. It was super funny, but overall ratings, it's gonna be a lower one. So this is the finalized score. Last thing I want to say is check out the new poll that I uploaded. Go on, do it. And besides that, we're getting close to the Citadel episode, so let's get into it. Bye guys.